Welcome back to Pelican Skeletons. This video is sponsored by, so let's just watch some basketball. Also, I just realized I might be the only Pelicans channel on YouTube that gives you Pelicans highlights and just Pelicans highlights. Yeah, I chop up the game highlights myself, and I would appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button. We're a couple candidates up for Hooper of the day today. Let's just start out with some stats for you. 3 Pelicans players in 20 plus points, 1 at 19. Honorable mention, Jeremiah Fears. Legend. Super efficient game for him. But the ones at 20 today, Trey Murphy III, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Shot at 71% from the floor. What a goat. And then off the bench, 2 players with 20 plus points. Number 1, Jordan Poole, welcome back. He only played basically 26 minutes this game, man. And he looked really good. His threes weren't falling as much as you'd hope to see. He only hit 3 of 11. But 22 points in 26 minutes and a plus-minus of plus 18. Dude, yeah, great game for Jordan Poole. He had a steal and a block as well, only 1 turnover. And then the second guy, I've mentioned him a few times now, but the second guy off the bench with 20 plus points is Bryce McGowens. And he's looking like the Pelicans have found a diamond in the rough. I mean, he was a second-round pick in, 2022? He went 5 from 5 for 3 today. 7 rebounds, 2 assists. And his defense looked pretty good, man. He's deceptively lanky and moves his feet really well. So he had one play where he bodied up Denny Avdia on the drive, ripped the ball from him, took it all the way up to the other end, coast to coast. I'm really liking what I've seen out of Bryce McGowens the last few games. Over the last 5 games, he's averaging almost 14 points a game in the last 5 games. For a guy who I've mentioned is like the 14th guy on the roster, I mean, you definitely take that. So really happy for Bryce McGowens. He deserves it, man. He's worked hard. And then let's be honest, it wouldn't be a Skeletons video without talking about Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears. Both really good games. Derek Queen, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Shot at 67% from the field, 0 turnovers, plus 12. Jeremiah Fears, one of his most efficient games, like I mentioned. 25 minutes, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and a plus 11 on the night. Man, everybody just looked really good. They've had 2 days off now for practice, and where they've really just locked in on defensive principles, because they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. And they really stepped it up in the second half of this game. First half got a little bit away from them in the second quarter, but they held Portland to 23 points in the fourth quarter. Absolutely tore them apart on offense. Ended up winning this game by 23 points, their largest margin of victory by far this season. And I think it's coming down to James Borrego, honestly. The players look like they enjoy being coached by James Borrego. James Borrego gives great interviews, gives some insight to what their plans are, what they're working on, what the team is doing, his plans for some players and the roles he wants them to play. I think it's all just a little bit more open of a locker room than it was under Willie Green. He holds them accountable. Players are holding each other accountable. And can I just say how nice it feels to see the Pelicans building some kind of identity that's not just centered around Zion Williamson and him being healthy all the time. In the past, it's been if Zion's out, the Pelicans are in shambles. They're like, okay, what do we do now? Our whole plan was give the ball to Zion. Everybody's out there way more active, way more involved. And it feels like it's just because Coach Borrego has given them chances to play. Everybody out there feels like they're an offensive weapon. These guys got some identity right now. They've had multiple games where they have 80 plus points in the paint, and that's without Zion. It's just people cutting because they know they can get open and people can hit passes. They don't play hardly any ISO ball, and it's way more fun to watch. Feels like the identity and the culture that they've been preaching for the past 3 years is finally actually starting to form. Got to give a lot of kudos to James Borrego, man. I think what it comes down to is Willie Green would bench you if you made a mistake, and people were terrified of making mistakes. He's not out here benching people for making mistakes, and the offense has been much better under James Borrego. I mean, 143 points in this game. That's not their only 140-point game under James Borrego so far. It's and a couple 130s as well. Defense work in progress, but like I said, they took strides in this game. You know, carry that momentum into the next one. This team's building some chemistry, maybe getting a little win streak. Do I see win streak? What's their next game? Against the Bulls. Their next game's against the Bulls, who are really struggling right now. And we already beat the Bulls. I think that was one of our wins this season. So, yeah, I'm smelling a win streak coming on. Anyway, I'll keep this video short for you guys. Overall, just an awesome game from the Pelicans. They had the fans hyped. They had me hyped. And Jordan Poole, man, he's a character. He's fun to watch. And he's got some moves. And I will mention one last thing about James Borrego and Jordan Poole. Under Willie Green in those first, 11 games of the season, the Pelicans had like the 26th ranked offense in terms of pace. They were one of the slower teams in the league, and it showed. And they're their offense was terrible. I'm talking like there was games they didn't break 100 points. But James Borrego plays much faster. That's how they played in Charlotte when he was head coach there. That's how they're playing right now and figuring out his kind of scheme, his offense, the way he likes to play. And they're doing it by running, man. They're young. I mean, why not run when the oldest guy on your team is, well, outside of DeAndre Jordan, is Kevon Looney and DeJounte Murray, both not playing right now. DeJounte Murray for health reasons. Kevon Looney just getting DNPs. Like the oldest guy out there on the court tonight. Yeah, I mean, when Jose and Herb Jones are your oldest guys out there, and they're both 27 in their primes, I like them running, and it worked out for him. So, and it's been working out for him. So, props to James Borrego. Jordan Poole looked way more comfortable in that pace of offense. Under James Borrego, they're in the top 10 in pace, and they're looking better. Jordan Poole looks like a much better fit. He also mentioned in his post-game interview that those first, 7 games that he played this season before his quad injury, he was also banged up and not at full strength, not 100%. So good to see him back out there. Hopefully he stays out there. I mean, he brought a lot of energy and pace to this game. Let's keep it short and sweet. I mean, not much else to say. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Like this video. Comment down below your thoughts on this team. Let me know your thoughts on James Borrego specifically. What have you seen from him so far as the head coach? Do you like him? Don't like him? Let me know. We'll be back in 3 days for the Bulls game and a possible win streak. Anyway, take care. Go Pels. Peace.